Hey guys, welcome to part 17 and the final part of Let's Play Daxter on the PSP. In the last part we got ourselves to the prison where Jack is being held, so of course the logical thing to do is to save Jack. So yeah, last level, straight up last level, and oh dear. Oh dear. As you would expect, it's pretty hard. It's not an easy last level. So I'm actually going to be burning through most of it. But to begin with, we got a little cutscene where we got past that guard, but oh, he's having none of it. He is absolutely having none of it. So remember these? We did these quite a few times in the beginning of the game, but I think we did 2 of them. So I think that would make this the 3rd chase scene like this. So yeah, you just gotta go left to right, and there's a ton of precursor orbs to collect, and just don't hit the laser wires. So with this, you are actually being chased, and we will see him. Where is he? Go on. He's thinking of catching up. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, I messed that up in... Oh dear. I was looking behind me rather than in front of me. So I actually wasn't concentrating. Yeah, we've seen the little cutscene. It's cute. Come on, let's just go. This isn't that difficult. Yeah, like I said, I was looking behind me, so this time I'm going to look in front of me. That's a tactic right there. You can write that down if you want. Look where you're going when driving your hover vehicles, when trying to get through a prison and escaping from a guard. I don't know, that was really weird. Oh god, oh dear. So the thing that might mess you up is either not paying attention, or the analog stick is a little stiff, so you can't really go that far left or that far right. But the whole point is that you've got to hit those speed boosts. And I think it's like a timed thing. It feels like a timed thing where you just gotta hit one in a certain amount of time to speed away. Like, it doesn't feel like it's based on your speed. Like, I think he naturally catches up over time, so you just gotta hit the boost to get away, but you can only get so far away. And that was that. So there we go. Like I said, not too hard, and I missed the bloody... I don't know why they did this. They put the thing right there, but of course everyone who's going to be like, yeah, I'm going to speed ahead, and then just completely miss it. Alright, well that's the first part of the level done, and we've got to quickly... Ah, bloody hell. Bloody hell. I'm going to be saying that a lot. Like I said, this level's quite hard. It's not too bad. It really isn't too bad. It will just take you a bit of time to get through it, but I don't think this level's actually too crazy hard. It's just with those guards, it's an instant kill if they see you, so it's really weird because it's a mix between there's guards that will instantly kill you and can see you quite well, but then the checkpoints are quite generous, like you never have to repeat large parts of the level or anything like that. So it's weird because you just get that moment of like, damn it, I got seen and instantly died. But then you're just like right back where you were. Like you didn't go back that far at all. Okay, so this room's completely optional, by the way. You just got some enemies to kill, then up here are some precursor orbs. But as I was kind of talking about before, I'm trying to burn through this level because this is like the final part. And this is the final level, so we got a boss to beat, and we got some like credits and post-game stuff to, well, not actually do, but it's there. So with this level you can spend a long time playing it, or you can just do what I'm doing here and you can just do what, oh bloody hell, you can just do what I'm doing or attempting to do. It's not going too well, is that if you just know the route it's not too bad, as long as you like I don't think it's actually the longest level in the game. I think it is the hardest. I think that is fair enough, but not the longest. So here's something that might trip you up. There's this big glowy thing, so you grab it, which is fair enough. You know, they make... Oh dear, I'm not going in there. They make it clear that is a big glowy thing, but I didn't think to pick it up. Because what it does is that it opens all these doors, so in one of these there is a way to get out, but yeah, when I first played this game, I just didn't think to pick that thing up, because we haven't seen anything like it. Like, this is just a key card, so you can open up these doors, and it's like, we've never seen that before. So I didn't know to pick it up, and I spent forever just looking around, being like, I wish these doors would open. That would be cool. But yeah, that's all you got to do there, and we have to do that again in a bit. So, yeah. And also the enemies are pretty tough too. Like, we were fighting these guys in the last part. Like, see, look, you can see I didn't get the bloody bug gems. So, already I can't get 100%. Although there was a precursor orb that I blatantly missed at the very start of the level. You guys might think, oh, Anderson, you missed you missed the precursor orb, but I saw it. Okay? I'm making a choice here, because this is the prison, and there's 75 precursor orbs and 54 gems. Although with the precursor orbs, 75 sounds like a lot, and that's because it is, but they're mostly concentrated in one area, so you don't actually have to go that far out of your way. So here's a thing that's kind of interesting. I don't think we've had this in a good while, where it's actually this forced perspective to the side. And you may be thinking we haven't had that at all, but we did. I think in Strip Mine 1 also had this, and for some reason the prison has it as well, where it's a forced perspective. You can, you can go backwards, forwards, and all that good stuff, but the camera is forced. Come on, lift. The camera is forced like this. Oh, I guess I have to get off, get back on. Come on. Up we go. Thank you. Whoa. These bloody prison lifts are just every day with this. But one thing in this level is that you don't get that much, like, ammo. Oh dear. Okay. I really worry about this section because I'm not too sure where the guards are. So you've got to be really careful. But you want to really spend your time exploring this 2D kind of section, because as you can see there's different levels, so there is a lot of hidden stuff to kind of see, but like I said, I'm kind of just burning through it because... see, yeah, as I was about to say before I interrupted myself, as I always do, you don't get much of the green stuff, the gas, which is kind of annoying, because it would be quite nice if you could just not have to worry about it at all in this level, because you do need it. You do have to use it, but you just can't use it all the time. Come on, don't do it again. And your health as well. I find that in this level my health is just naturally quite low, because you just can't avoid some of these attacks. You just can't do it. And I don't want to complain too much about it because it's not that big of a deal, but you can't avoid some of these attacks, like straight up. Like that electric bug guy, you just have to rush them, but when there's like 5 bugs, you just can't do it. So yeah, so this is the prison level, as you can probably tell. A little pointless me reiterating that, but this is the same prison as in Jack 2, so we are gonna find Jack and save Jack here, so... I mean, it's pretty cool that we get a bigger look at it, I suppose, because in Jack 2, you start the game off in the prison, Daxter saves you, and then you just kind of have the tutorial level there and that's it. But you don't really get that much of a feel of the place. You just kind of see it a little bit, you jump on some crates, it doesn't really seem that interesting. Oh dear, oh dear. Thanks for that, security guard. Yeah, so with these security guards, the whole deal with them is that if you're right behind them, they won't see you. Like, they just won't give you a time of day. But you can be... Oh, bloody hell. So annoying. But it's like I said earlier, you instantly get killed and it's like, come on. And then I'm just right here. It takes like 5 seconds to get back to where I was. So we've got 3 guards here and all you got to do is follow this guy around. Grab this and not get caught. And then you can just go through this door. And that's where the exit is. There is other stuff to see. You can open up all those doors and that's how you get all the hidden stuff. But no. Like it's really time consuming. Because you will get caught. You will get caught by those guards. It's just going to happen. It's quite hard not to get caught. So when you're exploring, because obviously you don't know where to go, you're trying to look everywhere, you're just going to get caught all the time. So that it's just a little... Well, it's not a waste of time, but it would be a waste of time for me to do it. Because this isn't 100%. And I apologise for that. But there will be an extras video. I'll talk about that more later though. But yeah, there will be a extras kind of thing. Oh dear. But yeah, with those guards, they're ruthless. They're completely ruthless. If they can see you at all, you're dead. Like with a lot of stealth games, the way they would do it is that they have like a cone of vision. You know, the Metal Gear Solid, the classic one, where you can see the cone. a lot of stealth games do that as well, so you can be in their range of sight for, you know, if they were an actual human being they would see you, but because they're an AI with a set cone of vision they don't. And with these guys they don't really seem to have that. It actually is, if they're in front of you they will see you. Although luckily for us, yeah, kinda dumb. Don't think to look up on this grate here, which helps us out immensely, but yeah, other than that, you have to get behind them or slightly higher, and that's it. And you will die a lot when you first play this level. I think I've died like 3 or 4 times already, so...
Once again, you have failed, and I must contemplate how to exact pay for your disservice.
Why is this Jack creature so important? And that annoying orange furbag, he's nothing but a trifle.
You have no idea how important they both are to the cosmos. Daxter must not be allowed to rescue Jack. Do you understand?
I will see to it personally.
Yes, but if you fail, maybe that orange rat can still be of service.
I will not fail. This isn't over yet.
If Daxter breaks the eco-user out of prison, this Jack, I can still meet them both outside, in disguise. Yes, an old man would win their confidence. I can still get what I want.
And I will get this Daxter's head.
Right, so with that cutscene, that pretty much cements the whole idea of don't play these games in order, play Jak 2 first, because that was a big spoiler for Jak 2, I'm afraid to say. Basically what has happened there is that Metal Core being the big evil guy, kind of predicts that Daxter will probably rescue Jak, because he knows all the big prophecy about Jak and Daxter and all that stuff. So he wants that not to happen, so he kind of thinks, you know what, this guy's failed me before, the other guy, the guy that blew up Osmo's house, he might fail me again, so I'm going to have a contingency plan, and when, you know, he just predicts that Daxter will succeed. So it turns out that this was the original plan. They were just going to take out Daxter and keep Jak. They were pretty happy with that plan. So what happens in Jak 2 is actually the contingent, like the backup plan. It's the second plan. They were all like, well, that didn't go too well. Or Metal Core was all like, I always have plan B, and plan B is what he does in Jak 2. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. That they had a plan and Daxter messed it up, so they went for the plan B. Although it is a little silly, that cutscene. And I hate this bit. I always miss these precursor orbs. I think the game expects you to use this normal gas, but why would you? Maybe I should try using it. It definitely feels like a lot of these jumps are designed for the precursor orbs. But yeah, that line was a little bit silly, being like, I need a backup plan. An old man would get their trust. It's like, what? Why? Why would an old... Where are you coming from with that? Why would an old man get their trust? That's just silly. You're talking silly and craziness now. How do I get off of here? Okay, I think I can do this. Boom. Cool. Right, so... Oh, no. Oh. Bloody hell. Can be a little tricky sometimes with the hover, because you can recover after letting go, but as you saw there, you just don't get it done. So yeah, this is the first room to prepare you for this, because they don't tell you this, but these are giant gears that you can, well, it probably does tell you, like if you get stuck in here long enough, it probably does give you a hint, where these work just like the gears that we saw in Construction Site 2, where if you heat them up they spin and then they turn something, which again I still don't think makes much sense, but either way, come on, see, I always press circle to recover, but I don't expect to actually recover. I just do it as like an instinct oh, I've got to save myself here, so I'll press circle. And then I do recover, and then I don't expect to, so I'll let it go, because I start tapping it, and it just doesn't work out for me and poor old Daxter. But this time I'm going to do it anyway. But yeah, so with these precursor orbs, it's the reason why I didn't bother getting the other ones as well. It's just not a waste of time, but it takes so long to... Oh, did it again! Did it again! So stupid. God damn it. See, you've got to really be careful with that hovering section. Because it's just tricky. They just make it just tricky enough. Where it's not like a hard, complex challenge or anything. You just got to time your jumps. Which I won't complain about. It's a platformer and the final level of one, to be, to be exact. So, but it's still annoying. Okay, this time. There we go. Last second jumping. That's what we're talking about. We should be fine from here on out. There we go. Right, so yeah, so this is the big room, where, as you can see, with that first room, you know what, you might take the time to collect all the precursor orbs by making this spin all the way round, because once you make it spin round to collect the precursor orbs, you just gotta wait, and eventually it will reset to its default position. But to get all the precursor orbs, you've got to make it go all the way around and then wait. And it's just time consuming. So it's not even really that difficult. It's going to take you a lot of time just doing it for every single one and just waiting for it, which is just something I'm not really prepared to do. So yeah, I'm not going to. Although this room's pretty cool, very purple. But it's pretty interesting because, obviously the Baron is doing a lot of experiments with the Dark Eco, but, like, this is too much. This is a little too much Dark Eco. It kind of implies that Jack didn't just get injected with a little bit. Obviously not this whole room, that would be a bit much, but he was captive for 2 years, and they injected Dark Eco into him this whole time. And this is apparently how much Eco they needed in reserves to get that job done. They couldn't just get like a couple of barrels. They had to get a whole room. Like, this is so much Dark Eco, so I don't know. It also raises the question of what would have happened to Jack if he fell into the Dark Eco pit in Jack 1. Like, something that I've kind of read and thought about as well is that there's a lot of inconsistencies with what Dark Eco does. Because Dark Eco turned Daxter into human into an Otzel, and I'll continue this after this cutscene.
Oh yeah, let's see what's on the tube tonight. Boring, boring. Seen it. Rerun. Hated it. Boring. I was up for that part. Whoa! Sorry, ladies. I didn't know Crimson girls took showers. Jack! I'm coming for you, buddy! Hang on! Just checking.
Oh, did you think we were done with button mashing or quick time events or whatever you would call them? Oh no, we still have one more to do. And this one's the hardest one of all. Because, well, maybe not. But you just got to press all the buttons that come up. You can press them at any time as long as they're on screen. But if any of them hit the middle bit, you fail. And if you press one wrong button, you also fail. So this is a good time to finish what I was saying. But yeah, there's some inconsistency with Dark Eco. Because of course it turns Jack into like a superhuman. Although you could say they were doing experiments. So it's kind of understandable. And then a lot of time in the games you get killed by it. It's just like an obstacle, but then Jack's like infused with it, and Daxter is also a result of Dark Eco. And then you get the other confusing part where in the Lost Frontier, like the arguably spin-off but not really spin-off game to the series that came way too late, and I thought was pretty good, but a lot of people don't agree, and I think that's probably because people don't give it enough of a chance. But in that one, you get Dark Daxter, where Daxter gets covered in Dark Eco, and he becomes Dark Daxter, more aggressive, and pretty much the werehog, which is like makes no sense at all. Like, it's really weird. They really had like, oh, I pressed down. So I'm just gonna cut ahead until I do this because it's long and boring. So See you in a sec. Way! That goes on for far too long. Right, so now we know where Jack is, and I think the whole implication here is that... Oh no, we don't use that portal. Okay, cool. Alright, let's just go. I was going to say, I think Daxter programs that portal, but that's not true at all. We just go through the door, so... Boss time.
Hey, Sleaze Breath.
Do you like killing metal bugs?
Well, there is a certain top of the food chain satisfaction to the whole.
Then why don't you pick on a bug your own size?
Well, yes, technically, you are actually a lot bigger.
Oh yes, final boss... Oh, already messed up. That's embarrassing. So yes, final boss time. So, this is 3 different phases. And oh, by the way, in case you were wondering, you know, if it was the final boss, the level's called Final Boss. It's not called what this guy's actually called, which I can't remember at this moment in time, because he's kind of around, but not that memorable. Yeah, just straight up, this level's called Final Boss, so there you go. But yeah, we got 3 different phases. This is the first one, and I think this one's actually the hardest, or it can be the most tricky, because you gotta avoid all his attacks, like here, this. So the first time, he'll just fire fireballs at you, which are really, bloody hell, which are really easy to avoid, not that big deal at all. Oh dear, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I've made too many stupid mistakes already. It's so bad. It's really, really bad. I feel really, really bad. But this is the hardest part because you have so many attacks to avoid, and it's just so easy to get hit by them. Just like so easy to do. And the main reason is because... Oh, bloody... Oh, I need... Ah! Why am I getting frustrated? This isn't too bad. Like, switching between these are so awkward sometimes, but... Okay, yeah, so you just got to avoid them, and then it's bad because you can't... You've got to kind of hover to avoid them. Well, you technically don't have to, but the easier way to avoid them is to hover. But when you hover, you can't see where you're hovering. It's really quite annoying. I don't really like this section that much. Yeah, I don't really like it. This boss is fine. Like, overall, as a final boss, it's pretty good. But this section, this first part, I don't really rate it. It's just kind of annoying, because you jump in the air and look, boom, can't see the platform, but you still got to land. And then this first section, this first part of health that you got to take down, not that bad at all, because the fireballs are pathetically easy to avoid. But it's just these lightning ones, they're so instant, that it's just if you get hit, it's just like, ah, bloody hell. And as you can see, they also explode after the fact. So you gotta get away from them as fast as you can. So you can't just jump between 2 different platforms. You actually have to keep moving onto different platforms. Because if you try and go backwards, you're just gonna get hit. Okay, I'm looking a lot better this time. Looking a lot better with... Oh, bloody hell. I thought he was gonna fly. Oh no, oh no. Okay, yeah, I'm looking good. I'm happy with this. Calming down. I feel a lot more calm. I don't know why I got annoyed there. Right, but one thing I do like about this boss though, is I like his design. There's something about this villain that seems really appropriate for this game, where with the Jack series it goes into like the cosmos and the world destroyers and darkness from and all that kind of stuff. Not in a bad way, that's not for me to complain about, but that's kind of what they went for with Jak 2 and Jak 3. Quite big consequences and whatever, so obviously they had quite big bosses. Especially Jak 3, I mean technically that boss was huge. But in Daxter, it's just a game where you're killing bugs. So you get something quite nice, you just get this nice simple boss, where he's obviously a bad guy, there's still consequences, it still matters, but he's just, he seems appropriate. Like, appropriate, that's the word. And that's how you say it. Oh dear, I'm gonna get hit. Or not, cool. Yeah, he just seems right for Daxter. Like, he is just a metal bug. Like, that's what he really is, just an oversized metal bug. Not like an oversized metal bug that is meant to destroy Daxter, but Metalcore has no faith in his ability to do it. You know, it just, I don't know, it kind of fits in quite well. But we've almost done this section anyway. Like I said, this is the hardest one. It could be the most annoying, but boom. Right, so, second section. For this one, you're not actually supposed to try and hit him. For this whole section, you don't hurt him at all. There's no way— oh, bloody hell! Why did I get hit? I'm getting hit in such dumb ways. I think that's why it's annoying me so much. Oh, I've messed this up. Oh. Yeah, this is annoying because it's so dumb. Like, I'm not dying in, like, proper ways. I'm just making really silly, dumb mistakes. I think we'll switch back to the fire. I like the fire more. So, this is so dumb. Oh god, that's half my health already gone. That's what's happened there. So yeah, so you're not trying to hurt him at all. All you're trying to do is avoid his attacks, and then once he's attacked you a few times, you then get the opportunity to hover over here. You spin this thing, it drains the Dark Eco, and then that's it. A little rinse and repeat. You just go back to these platforms and he does the exact same thing all over again. So not hard at all. Like, again, like with the fire, so easy to avoid, but yeah, so it's a little weird though, because there's no— you're not meant to try to attack him. You don't really get that much indication. You just kind of have to— oh. Can I just, like, not talk? Would anyone make me that upset if I just shut my mouth for a bit? This is really annoying to do. It's not a hard boss, but I have to talk. It's late. Oh god, the excuses. Oh, the excuses. Yeah, this isn't difficult. Really not difficult at all. I gotta kind of stress that enough. It's just, I don't know, I guess when there's Dark Eco everywhere, little tricky not to get instantly killed sometimes. Okay, here we go. But no, I don't want this game to end like this. I remember when I was doing Web of Shadows, a similar thing happened where the boss of that game at the end isn't hard, but I was just messing up. I was just not doing well. But the boss wasn't hard at all, really. So, same situation with this. So I do apologise, I guess. Okay, so we want to try and hit this left side. Want to avoid that. Okay, here we go. Much better. 2 out of 3. But like I said, with this middle section, it's not hard because you're doing the same thing. It's technically just platforming at this point. And then you just gotta do a little bit of hovering, which we've been doing the whole game, so you should be used to. Right, okay, final part of the game. Here we go, this is it. And this is also incredibly easy. Like, easier than the last part as well. We're now in this really cool section, actually. I really like the look of this place. It's quite a contrast. We've been seeing a lot of dark purple and whatever. I don't know, I don't really like the aesthetics of Jak 2 that much. I don't think it's bad, but I don't really like the aesthetics that it goes for. I just don't think it looks nice. So this is really cool that they went like this, that they chose this style for this ending boss, where it's all quite light, it's all very glowy. Again, it still reminds me of Metroid, which I've already said. Oh, bloody hell. I've already said that this game reminds me quite a lot of Metroid in some areas, and this is another section, like how there's Phazon, and then towards the end you get the light suit, or in Metroid Prime 2 anyway. So that's pretty cool. I really like the look of this. It's different. Why didn't I make that jump? Why? Who doesn't make the jump? Who can't make that jump? Right. Because this, that's all you gotta do. You just gotta make some jumps. Because this doesn't change. As you can, this doesn't change at all. This is the exact same every single time. You just gotta hit him with the explosives, and then go blow him up in the face. Although it's quite hilarious because once you go across these pipes, he's just like stuck there. And he looks completely ridiculous because there is no motion, no animation, just boom. What an idiot. But the irritating thing here is that look, all the green stuff is right there. Although it does fill you up actually. Ignore my complaint. Just make sure you grab one of them and you get to go, it looks like. But yeah, again, this is hovering and platforming, which you should be used to. But this isn't even difficult, hovering and platforming. God, I love how he's stuck like that. It's so stupid. It's amazing. I really like how incompetent this guy is. Like how just overall just awful he is with evil schemes and just trying to take down Daxter. He just can't get the job done. He just can't do it. But that makes things easier for us. Listen to me, like saying how incompetent he is. We've died like 3 times, I think. Or I've died like 3 times. And this boss fight isn't even too bad, really. Okay, so here we go. Let's kill us a bug. And save oh, no, let's do it. I kinda missed. Well, we didn't quite kill him there, apparently, because he like laughed and flew away, but that is the end of the boss fight. So, there he is! See, we won. Just look at him. That's not a bug that's about to do anything crazy.
Bring it on, butt breath! I just stopped you, didn't I?
No matter what happens, my master will be waiting for you and Jack outside.
Outside where?
It's already written. The city will be ours.
Whoa! Gnarly! Excellent work, dude!
That's right. Heroes always find a way to get it done, no matter what the hardship.
Yeah! Well, the map here says this door was open all the time. You could have just walked in. Oh, and you left behind your sidekick's threads.
I knew that. Now I must be off for my date with Destiny. Fare thee well, my fine fan. Parting is such sweet...
Oh, now that is a heroic exit.
And that's how I saved Jack.
So there we go. That was Daxter for the PSP. And it's quite funny that this is a Ready at Dawn game, considering all the flack that the Order is getting at the moment. But anyway, Daxter. Really great game, really fun platformer. My favourite PSP game, but then that's not really saying much. And that ending cutscene there, it's a little weird, because it features Daxter throwing away all his bug gear. Like, you just see him just go like, nope, I don't need any of this stuff. I guess the logic would be he doesn't need it anymore because he's going to team up with Jack again, which I'll give him that. That seems fair. And look at all the people that worked on this game from Naughty Dog. So as you just saw, Daxter babies. Oh, wow, okay, interesting. Good stuff. Yeah, so he throws away all his equipment, but I mean, he kind of has to. And the second thing to note is that evil guy blatantly was like, my master's waiting outside. But Daxter being a bit of the, I don't want to say idiot, that'd be a bit mean, but not really paying that much attention, was all like, oh, whatever, I don't know. But he just tells him straight up, by the way, he's outside. So if Daxter just paid a bit more attention or thought about things a bit more, he would have totally known about what would happen in the offense of Jack 2, but he doesn't pay attention. But yeah, so that's Daxter. Great game. I had a lot of fun. I mean, I already said all my thoughts on the game and what I like and dislike about it in the review and throughout this Let's Play, so I won't summarise, but that's not it. As I mentioned earlier in this finale, there is going to be a bonus part, maybe 2 bonus parts, showing off all the extras that you can get. Maybe not all of them, because I would have to get 100%, and that's a lot of effort. Oof. But yeah, there will be a bonus part or 2 showing off the extras, so thank you to everyone that stuck around for this. I actually had a really good time playing this, which is pretty cool. Huh. Sorry, I just... I know some of those people that just went past. That's really interesting. Cool. But yeah, so thank you to everyone that just stuck around for this. I had a really good time, and it was cool to play a Jack and Daxter game, honestly, and one that people probably haven't checked out as much. So I've been HonestTom23. Don't forget to stick around for the bonus parts, but if you don't, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.